which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Righty. Has the minutes of this meeting been posted?
I certify that the posting of the notice of the special meeting has been done in accordance with the law, sir.
Thank you, sir. Any public comment?
No, sir, we have no individuals who have signed up for public comments.
Okay. We really got one item on the agenda. So what I'm going to need to do, I'm going to call for a motion in a second. And then we're going to have a brief presentation by Dr. Vignay. Okay? That's what we're doing. So I need a motion of consideration of approval for the Lone Star College system to provide notice of intent to hold required public hearing and to set the ad valorem tax rate for the tax year 2024. Do I have a motion to
So
approve?
moved.
Do I have a second? Dr. Vignay, would you please just brief us, kind of the summary briefing on how you came out with the three options and the recommendation that you guys have made, you being the chancellor and yourself.
Yes, sir. So when we received the tax rolls, we took a deep look, and what I asked the team to do was to actually go through and provide at least 3 scenarios to provide to the board to have all the various, at least variables that we felt comfortable with. The 3 that you had before you in your packet were the 3 options that we felt were prudent in terms of the system finances, as well as our due diligence and responsibility to the taxpayers. And as you had in your notes, I am recommending the maintain scenario, for lack of a better term. And the main idea behind that was it is going to generate the most savings for the college and the taxpayers. And that scenario really maximizes our financial strength as well as our flexibility for the college, while not putting us at any jeopardy of risk for impacting our operating fund. So that was really the main reason for selecting one over those 3. And I did prepare a brief overview if you'd like me to go through that a little bit more in depth of that specific recommendation.
Does anyone want an overview? Okay. That's all. I just want to know what the rationale was and why you came up with that particular recommendation.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to vote on this recommendation. We're going to have to do it by roll call. Trustee Pierce. Trustee Wilson's not here. Trustee Maria. Here. Trustee Saldivar is not here. Trustee Kane.
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan. Yes. Trustee Vogt is not present. Trustee Broussard is not present. I, Mike Stone, I am here, and I vote yes. So the motion passes. Thank you. Announcements. Who wants to make the announcements? You want me to make them? I'll make them.
Yes, sir.
So the announcements. The date, time, and place of public hearing on the proposed tax rate will be Thursday, October the 3rd, 2024 at 10:30 a.m. in the LSC University Park Commons Grand Hall. And I'm not going to repeat the address. Essentially, it's the next board meeting. Date and time of the meeting at which the board will vote on the tax rate. Date Thursday, October the 3rd, 2024. Time 10:30 a.m. Place LSC University Park Commons Grand Hall. Any comments on that one?
So I do want to make the board aware. I know that the board liaison has, I think, been calling you either weekly or bi-weekly. We're going to need 6 votes. Under the law, we need 6 votes in the affirmative for that, regardless of the head count at the particular board meeting. And I know that normally under our board policy, it's 5 affirmative votes, but we're going to need 6. So anyway, I just wanted to give you context for why we've been almost borderline badgering you about the October board meeting, so that you're aware that that's why we've been doing that, because we need 6 affirmative votes. So I appreciate your patience as we started sort of doing that roll call during the summer.
Well, I'd recommend that you socialize that with the trustees between now and then and try to get commitments, because I
Yes,
can
sir.
make a tentative commitment, but if something comes up, I'm not gonna be able to make a 10:30 meeting. So just make sure you got your six.
Yes, sir. So we have a running since I think about July. We've been running the head count for that October board meeting on a day-to-day basis for this reason.
Yeah.
That we want to make sure that we get 6 votes, because if we don't get 6 votes, 5 won't do it.
Right.
And then we risk not being able to adjust. The tax rate in the entire budget is built on the assumption that that tax rate is going to be approved by the required 6 votes.
Sounds good.
Chair, can I be recognized?
Absolutely,
Thank you.
go ahead.
Chancellor, I'll put this in an email to your staff, but not trying to be funny, but since we moved the meeting to 10:30, I can make the meeting in person now. So I had been, for the last few months, telling everyone I would not be here for the October meeting because I have an event that night. I'll be here.
Yes, sir. And so thank you for letting us know. That is one of the changes that we are gonna, in the subsequent phone calls, now that it's at 10:30, we are polling, just like this meeting, for example, right? Okay. So again, we have a quorum roll call is what we call it internally, that we have, and it gets updated every day during our daily meeting in the chancellor's office. So we are keeping track of that. So I appreciate Trustee Sullivan, you joining us at 10:30. And again, I just want to sort of just highlight to the board on behalf of the administration just how important that October board meeting is, because we've had some close calls in the past, and it produces a lot of stress for not just our finance folks, but for the operations managers of this institution.
Okay. I need to read this, calling a public hearing, a statement. I, Michael Stoma, Chair of the Lone Star College Board of Trustees, call for a public hearing and vote on the proposed tax rate to be held Thursday, October the 3rd, 2024 at 10:30 a.m. during the regular board meeting. Total ad valorem tax rate proposed for adoption includes the proposed maintenance and operations component of 0.0757 per $100 of assessed valuation, and the interest and sinking component of 0.0319 per $100 of assessed valuation for tax year 2024. Public hearing and vote will be held in Lone Star College University Park Grand Hall, located at 2515 Texas 249, Houston, Texas 77070, and via Zoom. The administration will ensure proper notice is published for this meeting. All right. Any announcements? Anybody? Any more announcements?
No,
Well,
sir, thank
well,
you.
that's the end of the agenda. I mean, we have our new, let me let him introduce himself, our new board attorney. Philip, would you please introduce?
Yes, Chairman
yourself?
Summit, I'm Philip Frazinet with Thompson and Horton, and I've actually worked with the college from time to time over the years. I know many of you, I've worked with some of you in other contexts as well, so I look forward to working with the board and with the administration and supporting you in any way that I can.
Right. We really don't have any business for a closed session other than just a meet and greet with our new council. If there's no meeting, I can close this. If there's no business to be discussed there, I can close this meeting and we can go socialize with our new colleague. I mean, yeah, our new council. So is that okay?
Well, if we're going to socialize, which I enjoy doing with you, then we can close the meeting. If
You're
we're
right.
going to discuss any kind of business, then it probably would be better to go into close and come back out and just adjourn the meeting later. We do need to be in a meeting to discuss college matters.
Right.
So-
So I'm asking.
Thank you. May I be recognized?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I prefer that we follow what we normally do, and that's go into closed session, come out and close, and then adjourn the meeting, because we don't know where the questions will lead. And if it's not closed, then any member of the public can come in,
Okay.
right?
Now to hereby adjourn this meeting, go into closed session. All right. It's 5:55 p.m. I reconvene this regular meeting. Are there any discussions or any discussions at all before we adjourn? None? Let the record show that trustee Wilson has entered the meeting. All right, if there are no other discussions, I hereby adjourn this meeting at 5:56. Thank you.